In the 19th, the United Kingdom went crazy with a wave of counterculture. Um, it was linked by the hippies and the drugs effect. The hippies is a community initially based in Germany by the name of Wandervogel at the end of the 19th century into the start of the 20th century. There have been the actual hippies for several decades. They rejecting the actual society by social and culture groups. It spread in the 19th in the world, principally in the United States and United Kingdom. They prefer doing exterior activities like camping, hiking. Their ideologies are based from many things, like rejecting the established institution, like criticas middle class value, opposing nuclear weapons and the Vietnam War, like embrace the aspect of the Eastern philosophy, such as meditation, Buddhism, yoga. They want to champion sexual liberation, and they want to follow a vegetarian, eco-friendly of life. They want to promote the use of the psychedelic drugs, such they believed in the consciousness and creating international communities. They want to use alternative arts like street art, folklore music, psychedelic rock as a part of their lifestyle, and also a way of expressing their feelings, their protests, their vision of the world, and globally of the life. They are opposed to political and social orthodoxy, to the gentle, and having a not doctrinaire ideology. They want to favor the peace and love, and the personal freedom. This is how many young men reject the urbanization that was becoming more and more democratic in favor of a return to nature like their ancestor.
The hippies are characterized by long hair to denounce the Vietnam War, where the soldiers all had shaved heads. They advocate body freedom, libertine couples, and naturism. They wear brightly colored clothes, contrasting and sometimes having a goal to shock people. Clothing influenced by the Middle East, sandals, Afghan waistcoats, tunics with colorful floral patterns. In keeping with the idea of anti-consumerism, the hippies made their own clothes or buy them in thrift shops, dressing in an androgynous way with hairbands, beaded necklaces, and bracelets. Let's not, however, forget the drugs that were an integral part of the hippie culture for many, but not for all hippies. These drugs had negative side effects and could even result in death. Sadly, many musicians of that era died from using drugs. For example, The Who's drummer Keith Moon, Rolling Stone guitarist Brian Jones, Grateful Dead guitarist and singer Jerry Garcia all died from drugs or complications caused by chronic drugs use. Following in the footsteps of the Beats, many hippies used cannabis, marijuana, considering it pleasurable and benign. They enlarged their spiritual pharmacopoeia to include hallucinogens such as amphetamines, LSD, or heroin. These drugs have an effect psychedelic, hallucinogenic, and psychotropic. Overall, the explosion in the popularity of drugs coincided with the hippie movement. Drugs use became synonymous with a protest against bourgeois society.